Hello everybody and welcome to the Wise and Jones podcast. His name is Lee, the Wise One.
And his name is Chris, the Jones One.
And this is a fortnightly variety style podcast where we discuss everything from TV to video games, music to real world news stories, and everything else in between. We're currently live...
More.
Sorry, what?
Say everything more.
Everything.
Sorry.
I was doing so well. That was the first time I was getting through.
You were.
Oh, God, I hate you so much. We're currently live on Twitch, where we always broadcast the podcast live so that people watching can ask questions or just throw up some of their thoughts on what we've been talking about. So if you are watching live, then please do feel free to get involved. And in the future, if people want to join in, then they can do. Mr. Wise.
Oh, no, it's their choice.
Oh, not. They can just leave us talking on our own. I'm totally happy with that. That's fine. That's not a problem. It's what we do.
We're used to it.
We're used to it. How the devil are you, sir?
I'm all right. I'm feeling good. I've had a busy day, but I'm feeling not as knackered as I thought I was gonna.
That's always a good sign. That's good.
And
that's good.
How are you?
I'm not too bad. Similar. I've got a really bad ulcer in my mouth, which is it's one of those where literally every movement, so just talking, hurts. And that is also leading. I don't know whether it's linked, but I have slight toothache now on one of my wisdom teeth that is still there, and
it's
messing
probably
up.
It's probably joined together.
I feel like
it'll be like flaring up, and then it'll be good.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening. So that's
it's a rare thing with ulcers, The more you suck, the more it sucks to have an ulcer.
It's true, It's true. If you keep sucking on that ulcer, then it's not going to end well for you.
It's just going to suck.
It's just going to suck real bad.
It's just going to suck. Yeah.
And I spent pretty much the entirety of my working day staring at an Amazon spreadsheet that is like 140 columns long and 152 rows down.
Oh, lovely.
Inputting data, and it's just joyous.
Was that Chandler's job in Friends?
I imagine
Apart from being a transponster.
A transponster when he wasn't doing that in his spare time. Yeah, I imagine that is kind of the thing he would have been doing, literally just putting.
I thought he was on a fair whack.
Stuff. He was. I'm not. I am not on Chandler's money. I feel
all of them must have been on a fair whack to live where they lived.
Well, they must have been. I mean, yeah, but when you think of feet, mind you, I suppose masseuses would get.
She was doing more than massaging.
She was. I mean, we all know that.
Apartment.
Yep, definitely. Never put it past Phoebe, I tell you.
No. Good old Friends.
Good old Friends.
Sorry, I feel like half of my life is Friends right now.
It does feel like that.
We're rewatching it. Me and wife.
Your wife?
We're watching it again.
Her indoors.
I think this is 6th or 7th. I can't remember. I think it's 6th time through. But we also I don't know. It just seems to pop up a lot in our conversation as well at the minute. We were literally playing a game where we were doing the catch game.
That looks so fun.
Where you can't drop the ball.
Yeah.
From that episode, but it's like so it's like you get a little ball and you get your cards.
Yeah.
And if it's better with a big group, I imagine. So I cannot wait to do that with everybody.
That'll be so much fun, won't it?
But you like pick your number and it's random who you throw to whatever. It's random.
The dog. Throw it to the dog.
Yeah. A round is 3 throws to each other.
Okay.
So, one. It has to go all the way around to people 3 times.
Okay.
And that's the first round. And after every round, you pick up an extra card, and they stack up unless specified.
Right.
These rules that you have to follow. So, rule 1, for instance, will be bounce something off a wall to throw it to the other person.
Yeah.
And then rule 2 could be you have to laugh really loud every time you throw the ball. So you'd be bouncing whilst laughing. But then rule 3 could be having to lunge as you throw it. So it all stacks up and gets harder. And you only have 3 lives to get through. That was 2. I don't know. 3 lives.
Only 3 lives, everyone.
You only have 3 lives. So, but we gave it a little go just us 2, and it was good fun.
That would be so much fun. Because if you remember back in the day when me and Charlie used to live together, and we used to when we used to go to the pub near where we lived, and we had that time where we had, I don't know if it was our little ball or not, and we were just throwing that ball around in the beer garden for an hour or something. See, doing that'd be so much fun.
Exactly.
I imagine
it
must
even
get
to add any cards to that game.
No, exactly. It's fun
just
on its
throwing
own.
a ball it's got to be one of the most satisfying things.
And the thing is, I don't get it. I agree. I think it is so much fun to do, but I can't understand why it's so gratifying to do. It's weird.
It's so simple.
It is so simple, but I love it. I imagine then if you're just constantly stacking cards up, does it ever get to a point where a card says dismantle the cards and you're starting from the beginning? Because surely that must get really hard.
No, so you only do 5 rounds. Sorry, should have specified.
Oh,
First
okay.
round being just throw it free. Get a loop around 3 times.
Yeah, okay.
So then there's 4 cards you're picking up, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you play the hard version.
Okay.
Which, yeah. I mean, I won't go into it anymore, but yeah.
The hard version, you're blindfolded whilst holding a knife.
Pretty much. You basically you act out being Chandler, so you can only throw with your non-dominant hand. So if you're ambidextrous, you're all right.
I see, yeah, it's going to be all right, isn't it? Oh, I'd be fucked with my left hand, Jesus.
Yeah, I know. my left throw sucks so bad.
Oh God, yeah. that'll be fun to see. You have a really good right hand throw. You have a right throw behind you.
I've got a tremendous throw.
You do,
but not with my left. No way, Jose.
No way, Jose.
I think but like actually throwing the ball, I don't know. Is it like could you feel like you're doing exercise at the same time? So it's like. Yeah, I'm exercising, but just casually. So I'm feeling good about myself.
I guess maybe that's something to... I think just there's something satisfying in catching something. Like, obviously not a disease, but catching a physical object in your hands. There's something about that. Like, me and Jax will do it when we're having a cig and we're in the doorway and we'll just, like, throw stuff to each other. Well, maybe, yeah. But I mean, sometimes, yeah.
You're throwing your lit cigs.
Yeah. We've got a right bloody circus act going on at the moment.
I wondered about those little round burns, weren't you?
Oh, they're everywhere
fans?
now.
Oh my God.
What? My fans?
On your fans? On your OnlyFans?
Jazz fans?
Chris, you should start an OnlyFans.
Okay, what would be the selling point?
Just pictures of your head. Like a bald head, OnlyFans. We could do collabs.
We could do collab. We could do it like when we were playing on the house party the other night, where it's literally just our heads on cam.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
No one ever sees the face. It's just it's literally just our heads.
There's a market for everything.
Well, you're telling me there's a market for everything? Jesus Christ! Crazy.
What porn have you been watching?
Oh, something to do with jelly beans. Anyway, literally the first thing that I could see. That's what kids.
Jelly bean porn.
Jelly bean porn. Yeah, that's what we're going with.
Oh, speaking of jelly beans, big thanks for the Amazon voucher.
Oh yes, of course.
It has been spent wisely.
Right.
So I'm glad that I paid my way to win that.
You did.
What you're looking at right now? No hands, no Sudocrem. Although, ironically, the Sudocrem is sat behind.
It's still there.
The thing that I'm using.
Is it as if it? Go.
I got a tripod, but I can now show you Sudocrem if I want.
There you go. He's not holding it up. Is it as if
holding the camera up?
The Sudocrem's just there, like looking behind as if to say, "Am I not worthy anymore?"
Yeah, I told you it's still got its place.
Do I not do a good enough job?
But no, so I got a phone stand.
Phone tripod, I guess.
A phone tripod. Yeah. So it should be a lot sturdier now. I could do angles if I want, but I'm not gonna because. Why would I?
Why would you, indeed?
However, so that's a successful purchase. I'm very happy with that.
Yeah.
However, I got some little lights to like light up behind me.
I was going to ask you about that. Yeah.
Turns out they're a piece of shit.
Oh no!
No, they're okay. It's just the trouble is, like for them, they need to be really strong lights for that to come up here because I've got. Hang on.
So you can do that now.
Bright lamp.
Yeah, so it's
right there, lighting me up. But if I reduce any more light on my face, then any light behind me just gets lost. So
right. Okay.
Didn't really work.
Oh
However,
no!
I've stuck them behind the TV, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Oh, that's a shame.
That could be cool
for
gaming and stuff. Yeah, no, mate. I will find.
We'll figure something
an alternative.
Out.
Yeah, something with a bright light.
Oh.
Could go down the route of what our good friend. Our good friend.
We have friend.
Samuel. Sam Longstaff.
Yes.
I think he went down the route of bulbs because I asked him over Twitter and he was saying it's actually
the actual bulb, which is weird because when he does it looks like it's something behind him, but it's literally.
Yeah, I was convinced it was
like strip lighting or something. I thought it was. So we'll figure something out. We'll figure something. See, it's quite good that
me went for under cabinet lights.
Oh God! So they're not exactly the strongest then.
Well, I thought if I get a strip down there, that's going to be like semi-permanent. Whereas these little things are like just little, kind of like pucks, like ice hockey pucks.
Yeah.
With the little lights on them, and I thought they're easy to move about.
Yeah.
Get rid of immediately after the podcast, so my daughter doesn't smash them or chew them
or eat them. Yeah.
But that failed. But however, tripod works.
You got the tripod, and it does look great. I must admit, it looks it's just at the right height for you as well. It really suits you.
I can adjust it.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about moving too much and the mountain of Sudocrem and stuff falling down.
I could bang the table if I wanted to.
You could bang the table. I don't know.
Not going to.
No, don't do it.
My daughter up.
Don't you do it.
That's really not worth it.
See, you're quite lucky with having like that blank canvas behind you, because like you could easily get at some point you could get a green screen there.
I have not thought of that, but that
like just the one that like kind of stretches up, but that's like the perfect area for it. See, I'm fucked here. I have no room for anything. That's why I just have to
get a green screen behind you.
No, I can't. You have no idea how close I am to the. I'm right up against the wardrobe. You see, so it can't. And
maybe like a green screen curtain.
No, because then here is just all room. So it's literally just this corner, and there's the wall.
Maybe just green screen the bed bit to the side of you.
I mean, I could maybe. I don't know.
Paint your room green.
Sod it. That's what we're doing. We've been talking about redecorating. Green room it is.
Just green screen, green.
Oh god. Sorted. Yeah, but if I create a green room, then loads of like celebrities are going to come in thinking it's a chat show and stuff.
Love it.
Oh dear. So yeah, I'm a little bit limited with that, but anyway, there we go. Anyway, so you won my marvelous giveaway on. I
don't win anything ever.
I know.
I won.
See, I was in
Good job I paid to.
I know. You'd literally called it earlier in the podcast, in the stream, and then you gave me 200 bits. And then, see, I was really stuck between a rock and a hard place, because when that wheel was spinning round, it was either going to be my partner or my best friend that was going to win. So it wasn't going to end well either way.
It's easy though, but you got to be in it to win it. And obviously you did get other people in it, but obviously if more people join it,
it was a 1 in 7 chance that you're going to win. So
there's less chance that I'm going to win next time.
Exactly. See, this is it. It's definitely rigged.
I paid 500 bits this time.
Oh.
Isn't that right, Chris?
Yeah, but then
I've heard 500 bits is the buy-in, the real buy-in.
That's the real buy-in, but then the thing is, I might only do a £5 giveaway. So is it worth it?
Yes.
Pay the £5 to get the £5 back. Totally worth it, yeah. Oh dear.
But anyway, money well spent. I've put it back into the creative process.
That's the best thing. I love doing stuff
apart from the lights. I'm now going to have red lights when I play Resident Evil, so still worth it.
Showing that you're up for business.
Showing that I'm shitting my pants. Yes. I will say so like. Yeah, gaming-wise, I've been playing Valhalla, like all of my friends are apparently in my circle of friends.
It does seem to be that at the moment.
It's a fucking long game. Right?
Is it getting to the point where it's, like, even though it's still a good game, you're like, I really wish this was kind of ending now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm annoyed with myself for thinking that, because I've always... When I got Valhalla, I was like, yeah, this game's going to last me ages. Massive game, can't wait to get into it. But when it actually comes to it, I'm like 52 hours in now. And to learn that, I think I'm just above halfway. I mean, I've done a fair bit of exploring and stuff as well.
Just above halfway?
Apparently so, according to Google. Because I Googled the point what I'd just seen, and I was like, how far is that?
Right.
And it's like just over halfway.
Oh my god.
I thought it was the end. But yeah, it is amazing. But I kind of want to get it done now.
Yeah.
I've spent. When did it come out? November.
Valhalla. Yes, because it was a release of the new consoles. Wasn't it? It came out at the same time. Did it?
So I've played. That is all I've played since then by myself. However, what I was going to say back to Resi, I was going to say I've played through Resi 5, which was amazing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say it's dated. It's just very different to games I would have normally played.
Yeah.
But I'd heard good things about it. I wanted a good co-op experience to play with a mate.
Yeah.
And we actually really enjoyed it. And you soon get used to different controls. It's amazing. Because I've always been like, Japanese games, bleh.
Yes, you have.
Especially just like the button mashing ones, Castanos.
Oh, no, I'm with you on that one.
But I don't know. There's just something really satisfying about it. In Resi 5, you don't have a cursor. So it's just like you're aiming with your laser sights.
Right,
on every gun. Apart from like you've got the sniper, then you've got the scope, But
yeah.
Getting used to that and not moving while shooting was crazy.
Yeah, I imagine that is a little bit of a change from what you used to.
But it was so refreshing.
It's nice to have that.
It wasn't just another shooter. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to have that every now and then.
A little bit of horror aspects as well. Got my heart racing a little bit.
That's what you want. They are good for that. And the co-op experience as well. It's always good to. There's always an extra bit of enjoyment getting to play a game with someone else. It's different.
Would have I enjoyed it as much on my own? Maybe not. But as a co-op game, I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Same with Resi 6. I'd played that before, but I cannot remember any of it. So I'm playing like the updated version of it.
Oh, right, okay.
Going through that again now. A few little changes, and it's a lot more sort of actiony. But at the same time, the horror in it is more scary, I suppose. So
okay.
I don't know. It's a good mix.
Is it too scary for Mr. Wise?
A lot of shit. No.
No, okay.
No, I can handle it. Hey, I don't mind a game that gives you a machine gun, right? We're in a horror game. It's these horror games where you've got
nothing.
Feck all.
Yeah, and you can't get away from it.
Yeah, that's what gets me. I do PT. You got nothing. You don't even have hands.
You don't. It's just your face. Well, no, not even your face. You just
not your face.
You could be an entity.
Maybe that was it. We were the entity. We were the screaming.
And Norman Reedus just happened to be walking down the street at the time.
Yeah.
Just looking back,
and then he just got transported to a weird gloopy world.
That he did.
Which I've got that, by the way.
Yeah, I remember you saying it. You got it for Christmas, didn't you?
Yeah, somebody got me for Christmas. And I'm actually looking forward to playing it at some point.
Just to let you know, that is like another 50-hour experience.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not in a rush to play that one. What I really want to play is The Last of Us 2.
Yes, you do.
So I've got so many games to play, and as much as I'm loving Valhalla, I can't wait to play something else.
See, this is it. It never had even if you didn't have something else to play, having a game like that, you do kind of just think, I'm a little bit done with this now. But when you have other games to play as well, you really you start taking shortcuts and not exploring as much as maybe you usually would.
Yeah. I can't do what I used to do with just playing like 3 or 4 different games at a time. I can't.
Oh, no.
Do it.
No, I
always lose track of what I was doing, or
it's difficult.
That's why I've gone down this route of one game.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. Like, even with streaming, having like say 2 games going at a time, and if I don't stream a certain game for like even just like a couple of weeks, I come back to it like, right, what the hell was I doing when I finished it? Yeah. So it is difficult. I have no idea what I tell you what. Getting back to that, I don't know. You watch, I'll probably do it first time.
Maybe. That's what I reckon you should do. Go straight into it. But then if you inevitably fail, just like have a little warm up and you'll be fine.
Yeah, probably. It's weird how that happens though. Like, say you haven't played a game for, I don't know, maybe like a year or something. For whatever reason, you've gone away from it, never gone back to it. And you go to it, and it's a game that's maybe a little bit difficult, and controls are hard to understand, and you don't have a clue. But then within 5 minutes, it just comes back to you, and like it's like you've never gone away from it.
I had exactly that experience with the Halo games, Halo Master Chief Collection. So weird. I haven't played that for ages. I haven't played Halo for ages, and then loaded it up to just join my brother on a game night for his birthday, and it was just like felt like it was yesterday that I was playing it. It's amazing how you remember all the controls. And
so
stuff.
Weird. A different thing the other day, a song came on that I don't think I'd heard since like the beginning of high school. So we're going back 50 years now.
Was it Shaggy? It wasn't me.
No, it wasn't. Unfortunately, and the thing is now I can't even remember what it was. I think it was something by like 3 Doors Down or something. But anyway, it came on and straight away I knew it, and I just got straight into the song. I've not heard it or sung it for like 20 years or something. Maybe not 20 years. But I just remembered it straight away and just started singing it. The memory's so weird.
I like that with like older songs as well, or maybe like music your parents used to listen to or something.
Yeah.
That you didn't really appreciate as a kid.
Yeah.
And then you'll stumble across it on Spotify or whatever, and it's like, holy shit, I know this song.
Yeah.
I know all of this song.
So that is exactly how I got into the Eagles. So my parents used to listen to it like when I was younger, and obviously I was paying no attention to it, but it was obviously in the background, so I knew it. And obviously I knew Hotel California, but that was kind of it. And then I think they were getting ready to do a tour somewhere, and they were doing an interview over in England, and it played like just a very short medley of all the songs. I was like, oh, I know that one. I remember that one. Yeah. I remember that one. I like that song, so I started listening to it. I was like, oh my god, these are amazing. But you're right, it's just it's there in like your subconscious and stuff, and it's very weird. It's the human brain, isn't it?
Yeah, there's probably a lot of deep down memories, not just to do with like media, but other things as well that you don't realize
definitely
until like a location that maybe your parents have taken you when you were younger.
Yep.
And it's like still ingrained in your mind, and when you come across it, it's like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember being here, but I know this place.
Yeah, oh god, that used to happen quite a bit now. A little less now, but like growing up, it's like, I've been to this place. I was
getting to the driving lesson stage and stuff, when I was driving around like the area more, a bit further afield, I was like, oh, I've been here before. Like my dad used to come drive this way for work and stuff. It's weird.
It is cool doing that, isn't it?
Driving to Tadcaster now, I thought that was a massive journey. Because I'd like go with him sometimes for work, and it's like now you just go and it's like, oh, okay, I remember all of this road. That's where we used to get fish and chips. Cool. So we're 20 minutes away.
It is weird how time just feels so different. So yeah, like you're saying, car journeys when you were younger just felt like ages.
Oh yeah.
Like I remember when my mum and dad would take me to like Tongue Garden Centre, and that just felt like the longest journey ever. And like, it's, half an hour or something? Not even that.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought I was in the car for hours.
A lot of garden centres, actually, I've experienced that. Because my mum and stepdad always used to go to garden centres, but it always seemed like it was in the middle of nowhere and all this.
Maybe because they are.
It was only at Skipton or...
Yeah.
You know.
I know.
Yeah, I drive past loads, like, sort of out Harrogate way and stuff.
There is a lot out that way.
For people listening who's not in this area, but there's a places not too far from
Harrogate.
Harrogate.
Harrogate. Oh, that's yeah.
But it's weird.
It is weird.
Garden centres are one. Car dealerships as well for some reason.
Okay.
I've also had it recently where I swear it used to be something else, but now obviously the business has changed or whatever. So, like, there's a place in Shipley, which I swear was a Toys R Us or a other toy shop,
right? Okay.
Something like that. Big main brand toy shop. I swear it was that. But now I'm like, was it? Like, I'm looking at the building, thinking that looks so familiar.
Yeah.
Was it a different city or something? I don't know. But I swear, it's one of those situations. But that's happened a few times as well.
Yeah.
For definite.
It'd be amazing if there was some way of like regaining like lost memories and just seeing. And also, I don't know if you have this issue, but I mentioned it briefly on the last podcast when we were talking about like earliest memories. Are you ever mixing up dreams with
I was just
going to
say that,
yeah. There's so many things that I think, that happened, and then my parents are like, no, that we never did that. Like, yeah, we did because this happened and that happened. It's like, no, I think that was probably a dream.
That's the weird thing. So, if you have dreams and you remember them, right? Because you've only got a certain amount of time, and you can only remember so many dreams that you've had a night. Because you have like a stupid amount of dreams a night. It's just sometimes you don't remember any.
Oh yeah, those are weird nights.
But you do dream like X amount of times a night. Yeah, but you will remember them, and if you think about it straight away, as soon as you wake up, you'll remember that dream.
Yeah.
But at what point does that memory of that dream then become a dream? Or you know what I mean? So you're remembering a dream,
Right.
But now that's going to be in your memory. But your dreams are memories of things that you've already seen, yeah.
Oh, this is deep.
Like your brain can't create things it hasn't seen in the dreamscape or something like that.
I don't know. It's weird though, isn't it? And then, like, obviously, because that leads to having recurring dreams.
Yeah.
Which I don't know about you. I will have them, and it's not like they're all in a short space of time. They can be like years apart, and I'm like,
oh yeah.
Even within the dream, where it's maybe a more sort of lucid dream, and you're kind of clearly aware that you're in a dream, but it's still all fucked up. But you think to yourself, I've already dreamt this. This has already happened.
Yeah.
But then you're like, have I though? Or is it that kind of split second, am I having it again and again? Or I don't know. It's really weird.
It's like, do you ever have dreams that you had when you were a kid? Or maybe not a kid, maybe like a teenager?
I have.
You revert back to them?
Yes.
It's so weird.
I do. I always have, so like a recurring thing for me, and it's always recurring nightmare, and I don't even know why it is. It might be because I lived under a flight path when my recurring nightmares are always involving plane crashes. So either I'm in the plane, or it's standing there and seeing a plane coming down and stuff.
God, that's good.
And like the physics are all off. Like the plane will just be like floating and wobbling above you, and it's like it's coming to get you, and then it just goes over your head, and then it's in the next field or whatever. So they're absolutely ridiculous. But I've had so many of those now that I don't know how many have been recurring, how many are the same, how many it's just like I don't know. It's weird.
I haven't dreamt this dream, but I remember this dream, and it kept recurring when I was about sort of 16, 17.
Right.
And I would dream this like three or four times a week, and that also involved a plane, and it was always like rushing to get on a plane to then set off like over where I lived, and this, because you just take off from where you live in a big plane.
Yeah, you do.
And
I mean, for us, you do, but
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, kind of makes sense for us, I suppose. But it was like literally like the field next door, and looking out the window and seeing a nuclear explosion.
Oh right,
like out the window.
Yeah,
and I remember dreaming about that, like let's say 2 or 3 times a week.
That's
like
weird.
For weeks. But I remember that now. So in my mind, it's kind of like reality.
Yeah, it is really weird, isn't it? Just the more times it happens, you just think, am I going to die in a plane crash? Like, it's just the amount of times I've had a dream where it's literally you're taking off. So literally, I had one maybe last week where I'd taken off from Leeds Bradford Airport, and like, if other people don't know, but as you know, it's just a lot of fielded areas around it, to be honest. A lot of, farmlands and stuff. And we'd taken off and we're just getting no height whatsoever. So then it had turned round and then it was coming in towards the bank at the end where the road is. For some reason, even though I was in the plane, I had a front view of what was in front of us. It didn't really work. And it was just coming in and it's like, we're not going to make this.
Games,
we're not going to make this. And then that's where the dream finished. So it's literally like, we're going to crash into the road bit. But then that's where it finished. So that was only like last week, and I'm still having them for some reason.
It's also weird how you can fall asleep and wake up immediately having dreamt that you've fallen.
Oh, God,
it feels like you've just closed your eyes, and then you go, "Whoa."
Yeah.
But like most of the time, your body doesn't even move.
No.
Which is weird.
It's really weird.
But it feels like you've just gone, "Whoa,"
And it is always
weird.
straight, like just as you're falling asleep as well. But I seem to be doing that more as I'm getting older.
Ooh.
I don't know. It's really
Maybe
weird.
you're going to fall out of a plane.
Maybe it's going to... Yeah, I'm either going to die in a plane crash or I'm just going to fall off a plane.
just fall off one. It'll just be packed in a room. You'll be on a plane tour, airport tour.
I was just going to say, it'll be when the pandemic's gone, we'll all go on a nice big family and friends trip to an airport. And he'll be like, "Oh, Chris, do you want to go get on that plane?" I'm like, "Yes, I do."
And you'll fall off your plane.
I'll fall off the plane into the bank.
Face first into a bank. That's it. The end of Chris Jones. Rip.
I mean, it'd be a hell of a way to go.
That'd be so weird if that actually happened now, though. Right, no airport trips.
No trips to the airport. We're not leaving.
What's it called?
The Royal Air Museum. Is the Air Museum still at Elvington? The one near York.
I'm not sure now. Yeah, that's the one. Is it a Royal Air Museum?
Something like that. I can't even remember what it is. Yeah. I know there's several, obviously, dotted about the country, but did you don't Google jumping awake symptoms? Oh shit. Okay, that's thanks for us.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay, so
I'm gonna presume you're dying.
Yeah, I
Google something.
I always presume I'm dying. I don't need to Google it to think that. Did you used to be a sleepwalker when you were younger at all, or were you a fairly?
No, not that I know of.
No,
I don't think I've, not to my memory, that I've ever sleepwalked.
Really?
Sleepwalked.
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 I've never sleepwalked. Even that doesn't sound right. I was never a sleepwalker.
Yeah,
I never walked in my sleep.
I never walked in my sleep. We'll go with that one.
Yeah, we'll go with that one. So you were fairly...
Not that I know of.
No. See, I used to be quite bad.
I think I've been told that I have talked... Oh my god, just remembering this phrase. I've spoken in my dreams, I think.
Right.
I'll have to clarify that with the missus, but I think I've done that, yeah.
Yeah, sleep talk. Yeah, I mean, I think I've done a lot of that as well, actually, funnily enough. But I once did a thing. I woke up. Well, no, I thought I was still in a dream, and I was dreaming that we're on holiday in the Lake District, and it was like a proper old 4-poster bed kind of thing, and it had like sort of sheets along the top of the bed, and I'd fallen asleep, but thought I was still awake, so I was just in the bed, and there were all these spiders just lowering down onto me. So I was putting my hands up going, no! And my ex woke me up at the time like, what the hell are you doing? I was like, the spiders! Like, nope, there's nothing there.
Jesus.
But
what were you drinking that night?
Nothing, I don't think. That's the problem. I was completely sober that night.
That's it, that's the problem. There you go. You
need to drink more. See, this is why I'm on this tonight.
That's why. So I'm on the juice.
Yeah, I tell you, he's always on the juice, this lad.
Aye. That's a. Sorry, just to interrupt you for a second. We actually made that joke earlier before we came on stream.
We did.
And I was trying to think of what were the steroids called in GTA. Something like Shark. Bull testosterone, was it? No.
Shark testosterone.
Shark testosterone.
It was shark testosterone, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was it. Okay.
Yeah,
just
I think so.
To clarify that.
I feel like there was a bull thing.
If you know
as
in chat,
well,
let us know.
Definitely shark. No, there was a shark card.
Bull shark.
There was the shark cards, and there were was it bull testosterone? Oh,
something
this is
like that. Yeah,
it was something like that.
Just wanted to get that in there.
Yeah, no, that's fact. That's got me thinking now, though. Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, when I was a kid, I was really bad for sleepwalking, so I have several stories. There was one where I stayed with my brother, and his at the time partner at the time, now married, obviously. But yeah, I'd gone to stay over there for like the weekend or something, and I'd gone to bed, was in the spare room, and I'd just gone to sleep very normally, and I woke up. I woke up to my brother going, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I was trying to climb out of the window.
Oh my god!
And the only reason he'd heard is because he had for some reason he had a massive jar of pennies on the window, and I was just knocking into it, and it was rattling about. And I remember waking up thinking it was all. It's like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I'm just getting out here. I was 8 at the time or 9, I don't know.
Jesus Christ!
So that was a weird one. So then he said, right, get back to bed. So I went into bed and then literally got straight up and started following him down the stairs. I was like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm going downstairs. Like, no, go to bed. So that was one. And then one when I was a bit younger, but at home, but I remember vividly. And I remember the dream. In my dream, I'd heard a noise outside. So I went downstairs, went to the back window where the patio doors are, and middle of the night, and pulled the curtains back, and I thought the 7 dwarves were in the back garden. Just marching up and down the garden. And I was really scared. And then the scariest thing was I then woke up and then realised I was just looking out into the darkness. Bearing in mind I was like 6 or 7, just looking into the darkness. My mum and dad hadn't heard me. Heard me? Maybe they had hurt me. This is why it happened.
We're on something here.
Oh god, it's all coming out now. And then I was like, oh my god, and I just ran back upstairs. At that point, my dad did hear me. It's like, what were you doing? I was like, I don't know. I just woke up downstairs.
Sorry, just the way you said that then just reminded me of...
That's weird.
I've got an image of you doing that, running upstairs now.
Me and Jats were doing that song the other day, just randomly out of nowhere. We do this all the time.
It's got significance in your life.
We were talking about this the other day, maybe yesterday, of how often it'll be a mixture of things. You'll either hear a word that you don't hear very often, or see something written down, or you'll watch something on TV, and it'll be something you haven't seen for years, or heard a song. Yep. And then within either that same day or the next day, you will see that word again, you will see that TV show again, or you will hear that song again. Yeah,
it's a weird thing. It can happen like with actors as well.
Yeah.
You like click onto one, you'll see them in everything.
Yeah, exactly. That's weird. Strange. I don't know whether that's just a thing of...
It's weird with cars as well. Like when you get a new car, you suddenly see your car everywhere.
Yes. Yeah, that is another thing, yeah.
Even though you've never taken notice to them before. Mm. Obviously, I've always noticed red Lamborghinis, but,
Of course, yeah. Absolutely.
Just more so when I got mine.
Yeah, I was saying with Aston Martin. It's really weird. Especially in Bramley, it was weird, but... So we completely went off on a tangent there. I was going to go back to gaming. I so want you to play The Last of Us 2, because I want us to do a podcast where we just talk about it. I'm so dying for that to happen.
Yeah. I mean, that is next on the cards after Valhalla.
But you also... So when... Because you keep talking about the Mass Effect remastered thing.
Oh, God.
When is that an actual got a release date, or...
I think it was either rumoured or it has been announced that it's going to be in March, so...
Oh, okay.
Not long.
Because
I've still got Last of Us 2 to play after I finish Valhalla.
Yeah.
God of War. I really want to play that.
Yeah.
Someone I still need to get that I really want to play. And I really need to play Horizon Zero Dawn.
Have you got Horizon, or am I giving you Horizon?
I presume I'm buying it off you.
You can have... I'll say it for the camera, but you can have it. That's what friends are for.
20 quid, yeah. Next giveaway. Okay.
25.
25, okay. Horizon, I say I want to play Days Gone. There's just so many. Basically, once I've finished Valhalla on the Xbox One, I'm going to be PS4 in it for a bit. It's been a while.
Yeah. That'd be good.
The last game I played was Spider-Man on the PS4.
Good memories of that.
Before that must have been Uncharted 4? Must have been.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
I always forget about the Uncharted games. I've still got them to play through.
Really need to play them.
I started.
Especially 4. 4 is immense.
Yeah, it keeps coming to me. I've got the... What did they call the trilogy when they released them together? Was it just Nathan Drake Collection? Yeah.
Yeah,
I've got that. I purchased it, so I'll just have to download that again. But I did start the first game, and I was really enjoying it. But it was during that time, again, it was when me and Charlie were living together. And there was just obviously so much stuff going on during that time with different games and obviously the YouTube stuff, and there's just I felt like there wasn't.
You've just got to sort of sit down and crack on with it. They're not big games either.
No, that's it. If I just sit down and do it,
you can smash one out in 8 hours.
Yeah. It's always a good idea for me to do games that I actually want to play, but it's that thing of I want to enjoy it, and I know when I stream it, it's not quite the same enjoyment as just sitting back and relaxing.
Yeah.
But
I think it would be a good stream game.
Yeah, so I could do that. It could be an option. That could be an option.
Because it is, obviously there's a good story to it, but there is a lot of sort of shooting and adventuring and stuff. So
yeah, so I could, it could be like
I'd watch it.
I mean, if it's an 8-hour game, well, as long as you were watching, I wouldn't mind. But it could be like if it's a 3-stream game. If it's like 8 hours, could get it done in 3 streams, maybe 2 streams, depending what we're feeling like.
Spyro record.
I know, yeah. See,
which congrats, by the way.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You made it.
Thank you very much, yeah.
When are you in Spyro 2?
No, not happening. I wouldn't even know what time to set myself for that.
Do you know what game I really want to see you play on stream?
Ooh, what?
Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, well, there was a time I was thinking about
Dirt
that.
And twat.
But Jax has got the Insane Trilogy. And
Do it.
I started playing it. I was like, oh, it'd be good to get back into this again. Fucking first level. There was a bit that just kept pissing me off.
Exactly, this is what we need to see.
Want to get like 100, because the thing is, when I'm playing games like that, I kind of want to 100% the level. I don't just want to get through the level. I want 100%
Okay.
it. But if I was just to play it normally, then it wouldn't
That's
be.
what I'd do. Play through it.
Just play it through it normally instead of
Naturally.
doing 100%. Yeah, a natural.
Then maybe
natural stream.
you go back and try and do stuff if you want to.
Yeah, so that'd be a good
Jack
idea.
Wes making a podcast appearance.
It's a wild Jack Wes. She's making a right mess.
Making a right mess.
You're looking for your Pokemon cards, but you're messing mine up at the same time.
No,
Welcome to the podcast, Jax.
You put yours on top of mine.
Oh, I did. That's true. Welcome to the podcast, Jack Wes.
Second guest.
Our second guest. So that's an idea to stream that game. I've got a few others actually. I tell you what I am going to do. Cook Serve Delicious 2.
Oh shit! So that was the game you used to play on the PC, right?
So I used to play Cook Serve Delicious on the PC.
Back in the YouTube days.
Back in the YouTube days, that was a popular sort of series that I used to do. And
I remember I used to watch them when I first met you, and I was like, "Why am I watching this?" But I can't stop watching this.
I kind of felt that was the same feeling I got actually making the videos as well. It's like, this is absolutely exhausting work for what it is. But it's enjoyable at the same time.
I look forward to that.
So I've completely forgotten about the game. I didn't know that a second and a third game had been made.
There's a third game?
There's a third game. Didn't know there was a second game. There's a third game, and they're on console.
Wow.
So
are they on Xbox?
I am not sure. Possibly. You could have a look. Maybe.
I'll have to have a look.
No,
I mean, I've got both, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's it.
See, this is what's ingrained in me. I would just revert to Xbox for some reason.
Even though you got both of them there. I think, but you revert to what you... No, don't you?
Yeah, that's it.
So I thought, do you know what? I'm going to get that and sort of revert to that for a little bit of fun. I think it could be a good kind of party stream game. Yeah. It's kind of that fast-paced, can look at chat and everything like that. Only thing is, obviously, when it was on PC, for those of you that don't know, Cook Serve Delicious is a game where you're essentially like, you're the head of the kitchen and you get orders coming through and you just got to make them as quick as possible and serve all the people. But you cook,
and serve them.
You serve, and it's delicious. Simple.
Hopefully.
So, that's what it says on the tin. Well, that's the thing. You've got to make the order as it comes in, and all the different ingredients and stuff were bound to different keys on the keyboard. So obviously, a lot of keys on a keyboard, so a lot of different things. Not a lot of keys on a controller.
Oh shit! Yeah.
So
that's got to be like menus.
Yeah. So to get round it by like using the triggers. So like you've got one menu. If you hold down R2 and go to the side, it's got more stuff on there. So
that's got to be rock.
It's going to be hard. I tried it the other day, just like the first level, and it gets really fast paced during rush hour, and I was struggling, and that was just like the first day.
Well, yeah, definitely stream that.
So I think that'll be good.
There you go. You got some ideas now to get your creative juices.
There we go.
Exactly. Uncharted series, Crash Bandicoots, Cook Serve Delicious.
Cook Serve Delicious.
Boom.
And the Wolf Among Us.
Maybe. Oh yeah, the Wolf Among Us. Do that.
Yeah,
that'd be good. That's a fantastic game. I was going to say maybe the other game that comes out in March, the It Takes Two, is it called?
Oh, the
surprisingly awesome looking EA game.
Yeah, was it? Wait, is that the one that you shared the other day in chat that Meg shared?
Yeah. The fully co-op. Game about it must be like two. I think it's about two lovers having a spaff.
Yeah,
and then they get put into this weird world.
Yeah, that looks really good. So from the makers of A Way Out, which again, me and you are going to do a joint stream with.
We are going to do that.
So yeah, it's the same idea of that as your completely co-op on screen kind of game thing. Which that looks fun. I'd like to do that at some point.
I love it when co-op gets a bit of love.
It's
all multiplayer these days.
Yeah, the days of couch co-op. It's just not there anymore, is it?
Them were days.
Them what days? Yeah, just
Although I have been, I'm trying to convince Molly to play Disney Pixar Rush with me.
Disney Pixar Rush.
That's a good old split screen game.
Okay.
Disney Pixar Rush. It was a Kinect game, but you can also play with your controller, thankfully.
Right.
And it was on Game Pass, so I thought, sorry, let's give it a go. She loves finding Dory and fishies and all the other little fish people.
Yeah.
Do you know what fish people?
The fish people.
Characters is the word I was looking for.
The fish people.
All the fish people.
Oh, I love the fish people. Yeah.
She just loves seeing like them characters on screen and stuff. But the actual game's pretty fun. I think that's a game you should give it a go as well.
I'm perfectly happy to give games like that a go.
It's basically it's like a Disney park, and you go in, you create your avatar, whatever Disney-looking avatar, and then there's like a Finding Dory world. There's a Incredibles world, Up, Cars, and Toy Story and Ratatouille.
Oh, that does sound good.
It looks simple to start off with, but the to get the top score, like top scores in it, was quite hard.
See, that's good
all
though.
The little secrets. And there's a lot of replaying levels and stuff.
Yeah.
But,
as long as that's a slight little challenge in there and it's something fun. Yeah, I must admit I enjoy things like that. Another thing, I know we've been staying on games a little bit long, but Jax bought Lego Jurassic World the other day, so we've played through. We've done.
You're doing it without me.
I know. Oh god, it all came flooding back. But it's also weird how it got to certain bits. So it's like I have no recollection of doing this bit with Lee, but we must have done it because I know the point that we got to.
Hey, we could watch our videos back.
Oh, we could. Do you know what? That's what I always start watching those ones, but then I think I go off onto something else. But yeah. So we got through the first game and we got through the second game. We did the second one in one go last night. It didn't take long at all. But obviously the thing with those games is there's so much to do afterwards in terms of going back through the levels with different characters and it's
a lot
crazy.
Of in Lego games.
We've finished 2 of the games and we've only completed 21% of it.
Jeez Louise.
Which is
crazy.
It's all
the red bricks and stuff, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's all
the only Lego game I think I 100%ed was Lego Lord of the Rings. Love that game. That took the piss. That took the absolute piss.
Was it really hard?
No, it was just a lot of grinding and stuff.
Oh, okay.
To get, because you have to get like billion coin, like 1 million coins or billion coins or something.
Oh god.
Buy all the red bricks and find the red bricks and unlock all the characters. But I loved it because it's Lord of the Rings.
They are great. I think that's it. I mean, the world building and like I really like the fact that in Jurassic World it's got like the voices and stuff in which, listening back to some of it, it's such shit sound quality on some of the voices.
Oh yeah.
But it still just adds that little bit extra to it. And some of the like the funny comedy bits in it are just hilarious. Like the bit in the second
it was good fun.
The second one where you're running from the T-Rex and then it goes to a cutscene and you go hide in a little cave with a waterfall and the T-Rex just like puts his head in. And then one of the guys you're with, he's got a snake next to him, so he runs back out towards the T-Rex and out of the thing. And everyone looks at him and the T-Rex just looks and goes, huh? And then looks back at them and it's like... It's just subtle humour. It's really good. And it's one of those that works so well as a family game. Like, the adults get the little funny bits and everything, and the kids just love it because it's Lego and,
family game.
You know, something that they like. So, yeah, very, very much recommend that to people.
Cool. The good thing about the Lord of the Rings Lego game is, I say good, it's bad really, but you literally cannot buy it digitally anymore. The only way you can get it is by disc.
Is it really?
I think it's on the 3DS, which I don't have.
No.
The 360, Wii, and PS3, I believe.
Is it really?
Yeah. You can't get it any other way.
So what
I think it was to do with licensing issues. With, like, the Lord of the Rings licensing is a complete mess.
Is it?
Like, as far as I know, it costs a shitload of money. So, like, that's why they haven't made any backwards compatible or anything either.
Oh god, that's so annoying.
You never see backwards compatible Lord of the Rings games.
No, you don't, do you? That's a very good point. It's something I've never really considered or thought about.
It means we'll probably never get a remastered Return of the King.
See, that's something I'd probably go back and... I know you and Charles... Charles? Oh, he's getting his boss name. Ooh. You and Charles. You and Charlie always used to go on about how much you enjoyed that game. And I never played it.
So good.
So good.
So good.
I have a really important question to ask you.
Do tell.
It was one that Jax asked me last night. Would you rather have taste buds in your butthole, or would you rather swap your butthole with your mouth?
Surely that's the same thing.
No.
Actually, no. So you get double taste, wouldn't you?
So the first one,
you taste your shit.
Taste buds in your butthole. Yeah, you're simply just getting taste buds in your butthole. So yeah, you would taste your shit. The other way around, you are literally, instead of a mouth, you would have your butthole, and your mouth would be in your butt. So you would eat down there and shit out there.
So, would you talk out of your mouth still?
Yeah.
So you'd bend over
down
and say,
there.
"Ah, hello."
You would, yeah. You would.
And it'd be all muffled. You'd have to wear shorts all the time.
You'd maybe have to create... Oh, I don't know.
Oh, God, a thong would be uncomfortable.
A thong would be uncomfortable.
Hello. Oh, guys, God, I've got some horrible images right now.
See, she asked me this last night, and I gave an answer straight away, and then it's one of those that led on to so many more questions, and like,
but that would mean food up your ass, but it'd be your mouth.
Well, see, so this is it. She was like, yeah, but you'd be eating through your butt. I was like, well, no, because if it's just your mouth normally, just because it's in your butt, that takes away the whole shit thing, because that's now coming out of where your face is. So... There's no connotations of it being dirty down there. It's literally just your mouth.
So what happens when you sneeze? Because but
it's going to come out of your nose and your mouth.
But it won't come out of your mouth because it's not connected now. So it'd come out of your butthole.
Well, I think we've got to
spray from your butthole.
The anatomy. The anatomy of it, we've got to just assume everything just connects up fine. There's no issues, because then there's the thing of your butthole being connected, going through your throat, and
Yeah.
So
it's like swapping it around, basically.
It's just swapping it around.
Swapping your organs upside down.
So you've got to.
You wouldn't benefit from gravity either.
No.
You'd have to work a lot harder to swallow your food up.
You would. I suppose you just have to, like, if you imagine a clench, that would be like a swallow, I suppose.
Yeah, you'd have to, I don't know, trying to suck in a fart, kind of.
Yeah. And then...
What is this conversation?
Well, no, there's this conversation can keep going. You will also know, like, if you're trying to hold a poo in, people will know. Because suddenly your face will go from slightly loose to... And you won't be able to hide that anymore.
Also, that moment when you're usually going for a poo.
Yep.
And... you start to feel the fresh air around your butt cheeks. Your butt's like, I'm ready to go.
Yep.
That's going to be constant whilst you're out walking about.
It is. So
you'll be shopping and all of a sudden you just go...
Exactly. This is...
just pop out your head.
That's exactly what I said last night. I was like...
So...
You're going to smell it as well. Yep. You're going to smell it.
You'll have a constant smell.
Yeah.
Although, sure, it'd be cleaner because it's right there and easy to do.
Yep, you can see it's, you can literally see it right there. It's just,
COVID.
It's making him sick. You have also got to think about the days where you have, you've had a particularly spicy curry the night before. Your tummy's not feeling too good.
Dear. Oh, God. I mean, it's just a bit like throwing up in a way, but... Yeah, but it's never like a stream, is it? It's always like explosive, so it'd just be...
The explosive stuff would be the worst.
So if you wear glasses and that goes up on the inside...
You got to be... See, you'd have to change. But at the end of the day, what I kept going back to, I don't want to taste shit.
No.
I would rather go through all of that than having to taste shit every time I went to the toilet.
I suppose you'd get used to it, though.
Would you, though? Just because you got used to it, you wouldn't enjoy it.
So, when you wake up and you've got your morning breath, have you ever done that thing where you lick your hand and you can smell it?
No. But I do the whole. I do the breath test.
Yeah, so it's basically that. Like,
yeah,
it's even worse when you lick your hand because
yeah,
it's like literally putting the fingers on your hand.
Ugh. I tried.
But you don't complain. I mean, obviously, you got morning breath, but it's usually the other person complaining. You can't taste your morning breath.
Oh, sometimes I can.
So maybe, I mean, you can a little bit, but it's not that bad. So I suppose you get used to it, like shit.
Yeah, but you just think when you've done like the worst, you've come out of that toilet going, I've really done a number on that. You will have tasted every single little bit of that.
Well, I've got it. So you get taste buds in your ass.
Yeah.
But your mouth's fine.
Yeah.
So you got 2 lots of taste buds.
Yeah.
Counteract it. Have a mint.
Oh no! But see, you say that, but then that would put you off mints because you would always associate a mint with poo.
Menthol shit.
You could never have a menthol cigarette.
Maybe not mint, then maybe like a really sour sweet or something. I wonder if you could numb your taste buds in the same way.
Oh, maybe.
Like shove some whiskey up your butt before you have a poo. And you won't taste it.
How would you do? Would you have to sit, lay on your back, and kind of just plonk it?
Just.
Oh my god! If you lived on your own, you
swirl it around a bit.
Oh god!
And then, don't taste it.
You'd probably, if that was the case, you'd probably have something more permanent set up. So, like next to the toilet, you'd have a hose linked up to like a whiskey
hose.
Yeah, to a
very expensive to do, but
it would be.
I don't know. I don't like the idea of having a butthole on my face.
So are you going for taste buds in?
I'm going for taste buds in my butthole.
Are you really? Wow, that is interesting.
As a sentence I didn't think I'd say this year.
No, well, see, this is why
Maybe
I said it was an important conversation to have.
It is.
See, I've gone the other way. I there are issues, obviously, but I'm quite happy shitting out my face.
You would look like the guy from Preacher. Is it Preacher?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's Preacher, the butthole guy. Could be wrong.
Wait, has this already happened?
One of the programs.
Has this already happened?
Oh yeah, there's a butt face.
It's
like his face is literally his ass.
Okay. Well,
so there you go. Google it.
Google it, guys. There we go. Let us know what you do.
Speaking of gross stuff, right? I found out today that there's somebody I know works in retail, and they found on the shop floor next to some little mirrors. Okay, for sale, like in a container where you'd get a box full of them with the polystyrene, and in front of one of the mirrors was used earbuds. Yeah.
Why?
Someone's gone into a shop.
Used the mirror
to
why?
And left the used earbuds next to them.
That's got to be. I mean, I don't want to. What kind of store? You don't have to say the name of the store, but what kind of store are we talking here?
It's a fairly cheap place.
A fairly cheap place. So, are we thinking maybe it's someone who maybe doesn't have a permanent fixed address that has had enough of not being able to hear and has wandered in, just had a little poke around?
There was a few good solid chunks of earwax on
those no.
Like they were fully yellow.
That's
man, it's gross. I'll send you a picture after the podcast.
Oh, that's there's just something about that. Like doing your own here, fine. You don't mind your own, but you don't want to see someone else's just there in the middle of the store.
It is current situation.
That as well, yeah. That's no, it's not happening.
It's very grim.
Don't do it,
very,
people.
Very
do not follow that person's.
No, don't do it.
Example. Oh dear.
No. Okay, so I've got a question for you, sir.
Okay.
And I've actually stolen this from a podcast I listen to, so
right.
I don't think you'll have heard it.
Probably
not. I know for a fact you won't know.
Okay.
It's from a podcast called F-Face, or Fuckface. I can swear. Don't know why I'm not.
Yes.
Podcast called Fuckface.
Right.
I don't like to swear too often, you know? Well, it's a fact.
What's my excuse?
I don't know. You couldn't last a minute.
Yeah. While thinking he'd done it.
Yeah. Yeah, you idiot. Yeah, for a podcast called Fuck Players, which is basically it's a separate Rooster Teeth podcast with a few of the members on it.
All right.
And it's good. I'll link you it.
Okay.
You should give them a listen. But yeah, they had a conversation about the best sequel to something, and they're not talking about films. Or series. So, for example, their best sequels, and I agree, I don't know if we can top this.
Okay.
But their best sequel was the Peanut M&M to the original M&M.
Oh, okay, that's a good one.
And another one they had was the SNES to the NES.
NES, yeah. Oh, yeah. So definitely go with that.
From what they were saying, it was more like the less steps you can get to that, the better.
So it's like...
I was trying to think of what is like... A few other examples they said which were a bit too out there, was the Amazon device, I'm not going to say her name.
Yeah.
Is the best sequel because it follows on from the clapping lights. Whether you have to clap your lights on.
Yeah,
but
okay.
They were saying there was a lot of steps to get to that point, so they didn't...
Yeah, that's a little bit
needed
more...
to be like a pure sequel.
A pure sequel. Oh, God, okay,
yeah.
That's... I'm trying to think of so many things now, food-wise. That is tough. There's definitely been a lot of major step-ups in, like, food. In, like, oh, that's a good food, and, like, that is such a better food. But I can't think of any examples off the top of my head now.
What about, like, crisps? So you've just got your basic crisps, and then they decided to add salt to them.
See, that's...
pretty solid.
That's pretty good. Oh, okay, squares. Square crisps.
Oh, yeah.
Walker squares. Oh, normal crisp, but then just made into a square. I feel like there's so much more flavour in them. And just that crunch.
But you've got extra steps there. That's a completely separate flavour.
Well, yeah, that's true, I suppose.
Because that's salt and vinegar. So maybe adding vinegar. But then again, not a lot of people like salt.
Yeah, but even that, so say we just go down the plain, ready salted route. It's such a better crisp than a ready salted crisp and a square ready salted crisp.
True.
So much better. I'm not going to say that that's the top of the league kind of thing, but I think there's so much more to it.
See, like the whole peanut M&M thing. I mean, this whole discussion on this podcast has led me to buy share a bag.
Yeah.
Of peanut M&Ms to have on Sunday for my treat.
Oh, nice. Yeah, see, they don't get shared with anyone.
No,
share them with yourself. Share bags are not shared with anyone.
It's a sweet you forget about.
It is, yeah. That's a
like
really
the original
good one.
M&Ms, like, yeah, meh. But then peanut M&Ms, boom.
See, I get that, but then I'm talking to someone who isn't a massive kind of peanut fan or nut fan in general. I would probably say the same for the crispy M&M.
Crispy M&M is delish.
Crispy M&Ms, I can eat those. Yeah, again, share a bag that would go within half an hour probably.
But you could so you say the crispy M&M is a better sequel to peanut M&Ms. So you're saying they're better than peanut M&Ms?
Personally, I would say that, but that, like I say, that is simply because I'm not a big, I don't really like peanuts or nuts, to be honest. So I can kind of take it or leave it. But that's just from a personal preference. I can see, looking at how popular, because when people talk about M&Ms, people always talk about the peanut M&Ms. So I'm happy to concede that is like, that's, the king, really.
Yeah, it is. Peanut M&Ms are the best.
Yeah.
What about, there's another food one. What about chocolate digestives?
Oh, yes.
Best sequel to normal digestives.
Normal digestives, you might as well just be in a bloody coaster.
100% improve the digestive biscuit.
They're the best. They're still the best. To go back to a chocolate digestive. That's a really good one.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
It's up there with peanut M&Ms. But that food's easy to do. So what about like something else? Oh, that's not food or not movie or TV related. Not video game related either.
Oh, see, no, that's difficult. Okay. Right, let's.
What about McBusted? Is that a sequel? A sequel to
two separate things? I mean,
yeah.
I'd like to say yes, but when they got together, I don't think I heard or saw them perform once.
True.
I don't know what... Did they do songs together, or were they just playing each other's songs? I don't know what they were doing. It was a bit of an odd one.
I think they mixed them, yeah. But anyway, that's some food for thought there.
That is food for thought, yeah. I can't think now. There's so many different... music related wise, there's...
You could go lots of different angles with it.
You could go lots of different
Message me
angles.
later if you think of any. And if anybody else thinks of any who are listening, please let us know on our Twitter. I don't know why you said that in that
Twitter.
accent, but I'm sticking with it now.
Get on the old Twitter. Bendy buses.
Twitter, whatever. If you're watching live.
Bendy buses.
Like a good person. Bendy buses? Bendy buses are a good, better sequel.
Bendy bus. They were shit.
Yeah.
They didn't
but you can't get double decker bendy buses though.
See, that's where I feel like if they'd have tried a little bit harder.
Double decker bus. To a normal bus. But it's got its disadvantages though.
More likely to get stuck under a bridge. Yeah.
Yeah. We've all seen Mummy Returns.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, something to think about. Anyway, sir, I've got something to bring to the table.
Oh, okay.
I do. Okay.
I'm excited after what you've given me anticipation now.
This could be interesting or not. So we'll see. So basically, I'm hoping this is going to lead you on to starting a hobby that I enjoy, but I don't really talk about much with you.
Oh.
Okay. But it's probably not going to be. That's just a vague hope. But we'll see. So today, sir,
right,
we are going to find out which is going to be your starter army for Warhammer 40k.
Oh.
Okay, bear with.
Okay.
Bear with. Okay. So, what is your current knowledge of anything Warhammer related?
4K. That's
40k.
See, I can't even get that right.
4K. It's not a definition.
4K TV, yeah. I literally, apart from seeing, people online playing it, I know that, you do, isn't it like little, not a yardstick, obviously, but you move a certain...
There's movements with measuring and stuff.
Away
tape measures.
Yeah, and I know there's different, classes and stuff, and, I remember you showing me one night all the different bloody types there are out there. But that is my very, very, very limited knowledge of Warhammer. Good. That's a good place to start then.
Yeah. So what I've done is created a chart, and we're gonna whittle these factions or types of armies. Okay. I haven't written them all down. Jesus Christ, that would take forever.
Yeah.
But some like the big players, basically.
Are you going to pretend that you didn't just think this up an hour before we went on the podcast?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Yep. I've planned this for a long time.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have this in stages. Okay.
Right.
So, like I said, it's just kind of the big hitters. So you're gonna pick your favorite from what these are. No explanation as to what they are.
Okay.
But you're gonna keep on picking your favorites. Okay.
Keep on picking.
And I'm gonna keep record, and we're gonna whittle them down until we get to your
ultimate
starting army. Okay. Just by their name.
That's fine.
Nothing about them.
I'm happy with that.
Okay.
Yep.
Up first, we've got Blood Angels or Space Wolves.
Oh, Space Wolves. Definitely Space Wolves.
Space Wolves. It's called Space Wolves.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, I've got a note of that. All right. Death Watch or Grey Knights.
Death Watch or Grey Knights.
These are big pauses.
Big
pauses in audio. Do apologise.
No, it's fine. I think I don't know what's going on, but there definitely seems to be an error with frames and stuff. So I don't know whether it's because internet shit at the moment. But anyway, I hope it's not coming out too bad.
Let's try and rapid fire them.
Rapid fire. Okay, so what? Death Watch or Grey
Knights.
Grey Knights. Grey Knights.
Okay. Okay then. Space Wolves or Grey Knights?
Space Wolves. Always Space Wolves.
Lovely. Oh, hang on. There we go. I've got a little chart and everything here.
I love this. It's brilliant.
Okay. Adeptus Sororitas or Adeptus Mechanicus?
Adeptus Sororitas, was that the first one?
Yeah.
Mechanicus. The second one, Mechanicus.
Mechanicus?
Yeah. Sounds more mechanical.
It sure does. Okay. And then we've got Astra Militarum or the Inquisition.
Oh, the Inquisition. That sounds fun.
Okay. Adeptus Mechanicus or Inquisition?
Inquisition.
Okay.
All I'm thinking of is Monty Python.
I knew this. Yeah. I nearly left it out because of this reason, but I've left it in. Okay. Up next, we have World Eaters or Thousand Suns.
Oh, Thousand Suns sounds cool. World Eaters or Thousand Suns? Yeah, Thousand Suns.
Okay. Then we have Death Guard or Demons of Khorne.
Okay, just to clarify, that was Death Guards, not Deaf.
Death Guards.
They're just Death Guards.
Yeah.
Death Guards are... sorry, say the second one again?
Demons of Khorne.
Demons of Khorne?
Not Macabre.
Oh.
Demons of Khorne. Okay.
Yeah, no, Demons of Khorne.
Right. Okay, then, so Thousand Suns or Demons of Khorne?
Ooh, Thousand Suns. That does sound awesome.
Roger that. Okay, up next we have Drakari or Craft Worlds.
Ooh. Drakari.
Ooh.
Just making me think of fire and dragons and stuff.
Okay. Drakaris.
Yes.
Gene Stealer Cults or Tyranids?
Tyranids. I didn't really have anything for those two. It just...
Tyranids, okay. Just easy to say.
Yeah.
Okay then, so Drakari or Tyranids?
Drakari.
Nice. Okay, Tau or Necrons? Seems a fair few, and I've whittled these down.
Tau or Necrons? Necrons.
Okay. Charlie will be happy.
How weird would it be if I came out and said I knew everything that you're talking about right now and I know exactly what I'm
so
picking?
weird. I was kind of tempted to get you to...
Look at it.
In fact, I'm going to do this, okay?
Okay.
Right. So Harlequins or Ynnari?
Harlequins.
Ooh. Okay, then. So then we've got Necrons or Harlequins?
Harlequins.
Ooh. Charlie will be unhappy. Okay, lastly, we've got Death Skulls or Goths?
Oh, Goths. Let's go with the Goths.
Solid choice.
Give them a bit of love. Which they'll hate.
And lastly, Evil Suns or Bad Moons?
Oh, Bad Moons. Quite like to see what a bad moon looks like. Just constantly getting told off.
Okay. So that leaves... I think I've fucked this up, but we'll see. Okay, then Goths or Bad Moons?
Bad Moons. I think they sound awesome.
Cool. All right, then. So, we've got 1, 2, 3... What?
What have you done?
1, 2, 3... 4, 5...
Were there
6.
6 finals? Yeah, that works then, doesn't it?
Yeah, 6. Yeah, that works. Okay. I haven't messed it up. It's okay.
Well done.
All right. So, first of all, I want you to tell me what Space Wolves are.
They're giant fucking wolves floating around in space. They have big helmets.
They do have big helmets.
Have you seen
wolves.
Have you seen the clip of Tim Curry from a game which I can't remember what it is? I think it was like a Civilization game, and he says the word space in the weirdest way ever. It's like we're going to. It's one of those games where it's like it has real cutscenes in between.
Oh god!
Like it's a proper 90s. Yeah, kind of like that. And it just goes to him. And it's like we're going to go into space. It's just,
what the hell?
It's amazing. You got to have to send that to you. Yeah, space wolves are giant fucking wolves with space helmets. Just,
I wish they were. So basically, they are a branch of Space Marines. If you've heard, Space Marines are like
okay,
heavily armored, modified they're not even humans really, but they're based off human DNA and other shit. But the space wolves, they've got like wolf DNA mixed in, so they look a bit wolfy, kind of.
Okay, that
anyway,
does sound cool.
I won't go through the rest. I just wanted to see what you thought space wolves were.
Yes, sorry.
That answer was awesome.
Probably could have got a bit more.
Okay, so space wolves or Inquisition.
Oh no. I still really like the Inquisition, even just as an idea. I like that thought of just just prodding people trying to get information. I'm going Inquisition.
Going Inquisition, okay.
Over Space Wolves. I'm an idiot.
You are an idiot. Okay, and then we've got Thousand Suns or Drakari.
I am going to go, because I'm kind of feeling heat on both sides. I'm still going down the whole fire dragon route with Drakari. For some reason, I don't know why. I'm going with Thousand Suns. Thousand Suns. That sounds cooler in a hotter way.
Okay. And then, lastly, we have Harlequins or Bad Moons.
I'm still going to go... although Bad Moons just sound a little bit like something a group of kids would make up. What should it be? It would be the Bad Moons. Maybe... Do you know, I think I'll go Harlequins instead.
Harlequins. Okay.
Going Harlequins.
Right then, so that leaves Harlequins, Thousand Suns, and Inquisition. Make your choice, sir.
Well... I think we both know what it's going to be, don't we? No one suspected it.
Well,
I'm going Inquisition.
Inquisition.
I'm going with the Inquisition.
Nice choice. That is actually one of my armies.
Is it really?
It is. But it's not really a proper army, though. That's the trouble with it. Fuck. But yeah, it usually uses other armies to go with it. But yeah, the Inquisition are what they say they are.
Nice.
They literally interrogate aliens and find out things about them, or find alien stuff.
That sounds really cool.
And interrogate them even more. They are absolute bastards. But they do work for the quote-unquote good guys.
Okay.
So, boom. There you go. That's who you're going to get.
I love
step
it.
Step one towards getting your 40k army.
I will be the Inquisition. I'll be the entire Inquisition. I want to go around and find shit out about aliens and ask them questions and...
There you go.
Do the probing on them for once.
It's actually one of Sarah's... Well, it is Sarah's go-to thing as well at the minute.
Oh, is it?
So there you go.
Yeah.
God,
everyone's doing it.
Weird. Everyone's doing the Inquisition.
Everyone's doing it.
It's like it's the best one.
Oh, see, I told you. I knew what I was talking about. Okay, so out of the ones that you just given me, are there any that I made a big error by just kind of sweeping aside?
Let's see. So, I mean, Harlequin's pretty shit. So
okay.
You didn't go for them.
Okay.
They're like
good.
one of the worst ones.
Right.
Well, they're actually doing really good in the game, but yeah, I think they're shit.
Right.
Bad Moons are a faction of orcs, and they love everything yellow and bling. They like to be really blingy with their gear.
Really?
Like to wear gold and everything. Yep.
So, like a bunch
flashy.
of like dickhead teenagers thinking they're being cool and coming up with a name like Bad Moons.
Yeah. But they have like. Right. But because of this, they're very rich and wealthy orcs.
Oh, that's so. And I missed out on there then.
What
about the Space Wolves then? So was that a big?
Space Wolves are awesome.
Okay, yeah,
they're pretty cool. But it was a tough one between Space Wolves and Inquisition.
It was. That was tough.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm happy with that.
Space Wolves are cool. Yeah. What was the other one you did? Oh, Thousand Suns. They're actually a chaos army, and they're all about like using psychic powers.
Oh, that would have been cool.
So they're pretty cool.
Just for my own peace of mind, what is Drakari? Is it anything to do with
Drakari? Like dark elves, basically. They're like slavers.
Oh.
They enslave people.
Oh no. Yeah. I'm not about that. Not in this day and age. No.
You were strong for the Drakari though.
It was just because in my head I was just thinking the whole fire thing and dragons and stuff. Even though I knew it probably wasn't going to be that, but
you already want to know more about all these things.
Yes, I do.
That will complete. My work here is done.
And he's happy with
that. I'm happy.
No,
with
thank you. That was awesome.
It's just amusing to hear saying all the different names with absolutely zero knowledge of.
Oh my god, those two that I didn't even know what you said, to be honest. So I was like, I'll just go with the second one.
Tyranids or Gene Stiller cults. Tyranids are aliens.
Gene stealer cults.
Just like they devour everything, and gene stealer cults.
Stealer cults.
They worship the Tyranids.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Fascinating facts for people watching or listening.
Absolutely fascinating facts. Thank you, Mr. Wise. I like that. That was actually a lot of fun.
You're welcome.
Oh, very good. Right. So, after last podcast, Bring It to the Table, and going down the whole criminal kind of murdery kind of thing.
Oh, yes.
People seem to like it, and I like doing it as well. So, this is what I was originally going to bring last time, but I didn't really have the time to put it together. However, since then, I found an article that kind of encompasses everything that I wanted to talk about. So, I want to... Wait, hang on, is this the right thing? Hang on.
Good start.
Yes, it is. Okay, it is. So, I want to talk to you about a gentleman called Henry Lee Lucas. Do you recognise that name at all?
Henry Lee Lucas. No, can't say I do.
AKA the Confession Killer.
Ooh.
So, Henry Lee Lucas was a necrophiliac serial killer who claimed responsibility for 3,000 murders.
What?
You think you might have heard of him before. It is impossible, isn't it? So, I'll take you back in time. So, Lucas was born in Blacksburg. Everyone sit around, gather around the fireplace. Lucas was born in Blacksburg, Virginia in 1936. His father had lost his legs in a workplace accident by the railroad, forcing him to make a living by manufacturing alcohol illegally.
Naturally.
Imagine having... yeah, I was going to say, an accident at work, well, make alcohol illegally then. So, obviously, because of that, led to him being an alcoholic. He then introduced Henry to alcohol at a young age. It didn't get better for poor Henry because his mother, Viola Lucas, was a prostitute as well as an alcoholic and ruled the household, which was just a one-room log cabin.
Jesus.
So Henry was the youngest of 9 children and often suffered Viola's rage, as would his father and brother. When Henry was 8 years old, he was beaten by his mum round the head with a wooden plank so hard that he spent 3 days in a coma. She would also make him watch her have sex with her lover, along with a number of other strange men, and dress him up in girls' clothing. I didn't see this bit before. She also shot and killed a mule Henry was given by an uncle, and abused him for accepting a teddy bear at school.
Sorry, I shouldn't have laughed.
No, but I wasn't expecting that to be in there.
Mule?
She shot a mule. It was his mule.
Oh man, that's all you had.
I know. So it's a very sad story, to be honest. Anyway, so when Lucas was 10 years old, he suffered an accidental injury to his left eye during a fight with his brother. The injury was ignored by his mother for days until it was infected so badly that the eye had to be removed and replaced with a glass eye by the age of 11. And by that same age, Henry was also becoming an alcoholic at 11 years old.
Jesus.
His older half-brother and uncle had also introduced him to bestiality and animal torture.
What the fuck?
You think people have had a rough upbringing sometimes when you hear stories, and they have, but that really takes a biscuit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, just a little bit. Glass eye, alcoholic, into bestiality.
Mule got shot.
His fucking mule got shot.
His mule got shot. All because he accepted a teddy bear from school. Anyway. So, in 1949, his father passed away due to hypothermia after passing out drunk in a blizzard, because of course. And aged 14 or 15 by
What was he doing out in a blizzard? Got no legs.
That's a very good point, actually. What was he doing in a blizzard? I assume... Wait, no, they will have had wheelchairs. We're not going back that far. They've had wheelchairs.
Yeah, but even still, why is he going out in a blizzard in a wheelchair?
Well, if you're that pissed and need
why is anyone
alcohol,
going out in a blizzard?
If you're an alcoholic and need the...
Yeah, but he's got it at home.
He's making his own, that's true. Maybe he locked him to... Anyway, we don't... Getting into this. Anyway, age 14 or 15... By the end of this, if that's still the mystery. By age 14 or 15, by his own account, Henry had his first human sexual experience. Abducting an unknown teenage girl from a bus stop, beating her unconscious, and then raping her and strangling her to death.
Nice.
That's some first sexual experience. Some sources named the victim as 17-year-old Laura Burnley, who disappeared in March of 1951. The next year, Lucas received his first prison sentence when he and two of his half-brothers were arrested for burglary. He spent a year at a school for juvenile delinquents in Beaumont, that was a really hard thing to say. Which its electricity and running water was luxurious compared to the cabin he had been living in. In 1954, he was sentenced to 6 years incarceration for a dozen counts of burglary and was released in 1959 after 2 failed escape attempts.
They released him.
They released him, yes. Oh, it gets better, does this?
Smart.
This is amazing. He moved to his sister's place in Michigan, but his mum soon caught up with him. When she wanted him to come back to take care of her, they got into an argument that resulted in her death when he stabbed her in the neck, causing her to have a fatal heart attack.
Jeez.
Though he claimed self-defense, he was found guilty of second-degree murder and sentenced to 20 to 40 years in prison. It's quite a gap, really, there. It's not very decisive, is it?
Yeah.
Well, 20 to 40 years. We'll see. So, we move on. After being released due to prison overcrowding in 1970, after serving only 10 years of his sentence, Lucas was sentenced to another 3.5 years in prison for trying to kidnap 3 young girls. After being released, he went to Pennsylvania, where he worked at a mushroom farm, of all places, and got married. Oh
my God.
To Betty Crawford, the widow of a cousin, in 1975. This could not be more kind of like American hillbilly kind of.
Jeez Louise.
But he left her when she accused him of molesting her 2 daughters. Which he may have done. It sounded like he probably did.
Probably would have done, yeah.
So, at this point, he started drifting around the American South, supporting himself through various odd jobs, and by his own account, began what became a long series of murders, travelling along highways and raping and murdering women. In 1976, he met Otis Toole, a fellow sexual deviant from Jacksonville, Florida.
Damn it, Jacksonville.
Lucas moved into Otis's home in Jacksonville, where he fell in love with his 10-year-old niece, Frida Becky Powell.
God.
So that was 1976. So 3 years later, from 1979 to 1981, Lucas and Toole worked together at a roofing company. Lucas later claimed to having committed hundreds of murders during that time, 108 of which were committed together with Toole, sometimes on the orders of a satanic cannibalistic cult called the Hands of Death.
What the actual?
Are you interested?
Jesus Christ.
This gets better when I tell you a certain thing by the end of this. Anyway, he also claimed that Toole's preferred MO in these killings was to crucify his victims, then barbecue and eat them. Though none of the known murders he confessed to were committed that way. Lucas claimed that... Oh, for God's sake, I didn't read this bit either. Lucas claimed that he never took part in those acts himself because he didn't like barbecue sauce.
Oh my God.
I mean, you've got to draw a line, haven't you? Really, you know.
You do. I mean, standards.
The killing and torturing and crucifying, fine, but don't be putting any sauce on it.
Because barbecue sauce is the only option for barbecue food.
I know. It could have got anything. It could have got a ranch sauce or something. Bit
of ranch.
Bit of ranch on there. Okay. Shortly after, they. Himself and Becky moved to Stoneburg, Texas. They had become smitten and sexually active. He agreed to move to Florida with Becky, and they ran away together. Otis Toole was left behind, and he later claimed became so enraged that he spent over a year killing a total of 9 people in 6 different states.
You do.
That's the other guy. He was so angry that he'd left, he just killed a bunch of people. So Lucas got a job working for an elderly lady called Kate Rich in Texas, where he lived together with Becky. The two were later kicked out by her neighbours when it was found that he had been chasing that he had been cashing checks, not chasing checks, written in her name. They found a brief home at the House of Prayer, a Pentecostal commune in the area. The head of the group, Reuben Moore, gave Lucas and Becky, who claimed to be a married couple, a shack to live in and hired Lucas as a roofer. In 1982, he drove with Becky to a field in Denton, Texas, and killed her, dismembered her body, and scattered the pieces in a nearby field. Obviously, the relationship wasn't going too good, obviously. 3 weeks later, on September 16th, he convinced Kate Rich to join him in a search for Becky, and then killed her on a camping ground and stuffed the body into a drainage pipe.
Oh, God.
So, after drifting for a month, he returned to the House of Prayer, where he spent his last days as a free man. Upon learning that he was a suspect in Rich's disappearance, he returned to the body, took it to the House of Prayer, and incinerated it in a stove. He took a polygraph test and passed it. On June 11th, the following year, Lucas was arrested for illegal firearm possession. He was eventually charged with Rich's and Becky's murders, but later claimed he had confessed to them in order to escape the harsh treatment he had endured from the Texas Rangers. Bone fragments presumed to be Rich's were found in a stove at the House of Prayer, and skeletal remains of the same sex and approximate age as Becky were found in the field where Lucas claimed to have killed her, though the coroner wouldn't positively identify them as who they were claimed to be. So it's pretty certain that it was them, but it couldn't be 100% essentially. After 4 days in jail, Lucas pleaded guilty to the 2 murders in court and shot everyone by claiming to have committed over 100 additional murders. Over the following year and a half, he kept pouring out confessions to hundreds of murders. A Lucas task force, led by the Texas Rangers, was formed to examine the validity of his claims. In November, he was transferred to Williamson County, Texas, where he confessed to 213 unsolved murders. Over time, Lucas's confessions just kept coming. Authorities flew him across states, where he was always allowed to stay in motels, serve steaks and milkshakes. Among the murders he confessed to was the death of patrolman Clemmy Curtis in West Virginia, which had previously been deemed a suicide. Eventually, a detective from Dallas, Texas, who felt uncertain as to whether Lucas's claims were true, made up some crimes to see if Lucas would confess to them as well, which he did. Another detective, Linda Irwin from Dallas, did the same thing with the same results. So Lucas's claims soon became increasingly outlandish. He told authorities about the hands of death. He claimed to have supplied the poison used in the mass suicide of the People's Temple in Jonestown. And he claimed to have committed additional murders in Japan and Spain, even though he had never left the country. The media soon claimed that the whole Lucas affair was a hoax by law enforcement to clear up unsolved crimes. The Texas Attorney General's office ordered a study comparing a reliable timeline of Lucas's whereabouts based on work records, prison records, etc., to the murders he confessed to. In most cases, his claims were found to have been contradictory. Among the murders he had confessed to was that of a Virginia school teacher who turned out to be alive. At one point, an article in the Dallas Times-Herald pointed out that in order for the timeline of his alleged crimes to work, Lucas would have had to travel 11,000 miles in his 13-year-old station wagon in a month.
Jesus Christ.
So, in the end, Lucas was found guilty of 9 murders in Texas, including those of Becky Powell and Kate Rich, and also the killing of Officer Curtis in West Virginia. He received a death sentence for the 1979 murder of an unidentified woman in Texas known only as Orange Socks, which was the only piece of clothing the body wore when it was found. This, however, was one murder he couldn't have committed, as work records show that he was working as a roofer in Florida at the time. He soon began recanting his many confessions, admitting only to having killed his mum, Becky Powell, and Kate Rich, though he once flatly stated that he was not a serial killer. In 1998, 6 days before his execution, his death sentence was commuted to life imprisonment by the then governor of Texas, George W. Bush. And then on March 13, 2001, Lucas died in prison from heart failure, aged 64.
Alive.
So, that is the story of Henry Lee Lucas. Now, you'll probably want to watch this now. There is a documentary on Netflix called The Confession Killer, which looks into this. And it is just mental. Absolutely mental.
I wonder if Meg's watched it.
I would have thought it would have been something that she would have watched, but she might have maybe glossed past it, because I know I did for a while. And then Jacks were like, oh, you'll like that. That one's interesting. So I went into it knowing nothing. And having known nothing, it was such a roller coaster ride, because there's parts of it where you start to feel... So basically, I don't want to give too much away, but it was a case where it seemed like the Texas Rangers were feeding him the information, because he was confessing to these crimes and giving exact details of where like bodies were and in exact locations and how it happened and stuff. And it was like, well, if it's leading the police to it, then he must know. But it turned out that some police were feeding him the information before interviews, so he knew exactly what was going on.
Yeah, it's weird. Because corruption. I mean, who's to say it's not all still corrupt now? But yeah, it's always been a massive part of law enforcement in any country.
Oh God, yeah.
Of course, you're going to get that. Meg's just messaged saying she hasn't watched it yet, but she's going to watch it now.
Oh, it's so good. Like I would, yeah, because it's not one of those that it's like sort of there's not really gory bits or anything too dark or sinister in it. It's just really it's so interesting.
That's proper messed up.
But there's just bits where you're like, oh God, he's hate him, he seems horrible, and then you're like, oh, wait a minute. And then you feel sorry for him, and then you're like, yeah, but he still did that, and it's all over the place, but so good.
It's funny how you can sort of sympathise with, well, basically murderers and stuff for a little while.
Yeah.
On some aspects of their life and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is with that, it's people by the end of it, there's still people saying that he did commit a load of murders. There's a load of people saying it probably only seems that he only killed a few people. By the end of it, I was kind of thinking, I think he only killed a few people, which isn't obviously great. But when you look at his upbringing and everything, he was never going to be a good sort of person or a well kind of structured human being, really, having gone through what he did.
No, I mean, there's that saying, isn't there? You shouldn't let your past control who you're going to be. But there's only so much you can take.
There's a line, isn't there?
For you not to be messed up, really.
Yeah. So yeah, I just thought I would bring that, and sort of it's like that doesn't go into. There's so much more detail and so much more to it than that. It's incredible, to be honest. So yeah,
I like it.
People want to go watch that.
It's like our own take on like Crime Watch.
Yeah,
it's like mystery crimes and murders, and I like it.
I'll just bring one every week.
We can put her on. Yeah. I like it.
Very good. Very good.
Very informative, sir.
That's what I'll try and be. On the piss whilst I'm doing it.
Yeah. Why not? I'm probably going to wish that I'm on the piss tomorrow. So I've got lots of IKEA building to do.
Oh, have you? Oh, why? What you been getting?
Like the cube storage things that you get. Like it's like shelving but cubes, and you can get little baskets to go in. Basically, one of those big things. Kallax, I think it's called.
Yeah, something like that, isn't it? But yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, they're useful. They're good.
Yeah, basically, I'm sick of Molly's got way too many toys, as they do.
And of course,
she ends up playing with the same ones because they all just get thrown in a box, and she grabs whatever's on top.
And it just all comes out.
I want to like just organise it. So I've got that to build, and I've got some drawers to build, which are horrible from IKEA or anywhere like that.
Yep.
Any flat pack drawers is just not good.
It's not.
But they're cheap.
They are. I mean, I think IKEA is great for so many stuff. It's like it went through a period, I feel like, here of like people just kind of brush it to one side. It's like, oh, it's just a load of shit. It's so good. It really is. The things you can get from there.
Yeah, exactly. You get what you pay for as well, don't you? But
for
the price of it, it's worth the gamble, really.
Of course it is. I mean, the amount of stuff that I've had from IKEA, like the stuff that me and Charlie had in the house that I've brought with me and stuff, still going strong. You know, this wardrobe behind us, this was IKEA. It's perfect. It's great. Gets the job done.
It's okay putting it up the first time. It's just if you have to just unassemble it and do it again.
Do it again. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, this that I've my desk and everything, my computer desk. It's been.
Of course, yeah.
It's been put up, taken down, put up again, taken down, and then put up again. It gets harder each time.
So you recommend the desk?
I recommend the desk.
You have to replace screws because you've cross-threaded them. And...
Oh my god! I mean, there's bits on here that I've not put on because I simply couldn't get it back on. Luckily, not integral to the structural thing of the desk. Please
fall down. I think that would have just been perfect if it just all collapsed at that point.
That just would have been amazing, wouldn't it? If just at that moment. But yeah, no, really.
I was wishing for it.
Yeah, but that's you. That's what you do.
That is me. I do like people's misery.
You laugh at people's misfortune.
It's the funniest thing.
It's
pure comedy.
It is. I must admit.
There isn't a more pure form of comedy.
It's true. I'm not a big lover of like the videos and stuff that you get on Facebook. Majority of the time, like I think a lot of it is just, especially the stuff that is forced. We talked about this before. The people trying to be funny, but when the best things on Facebook, the best videos are like CCTV footage or like the footage from people's cameras in outside the houses or the doorbell ones. There was like
unscripted.
Yeah, there were some the other day that was like during snowy and icy conditions and people just slipping over, and it was just the ways different people were doing it.
It's just people falling over. I just find it so funny.
It is.
Doesn't matter what age they are, if they get hurt or not, it's funny.
Yeah. Well, that's it. There's some of them. It was just there were one yesterday. It was just like a general compilation, and it was someone had like a camera in their baby's room, and the baby had gotten out of the crib somehow, and was just stood behind the door. Obviously, the dad had walked in, not expecting the baby to be there, and boom, right in the face. He's like, "Oh my god, what are you doing out your crib?" And it's that thing of you're like, "Oh," but then you're laughing inside.
I'm dreading that day.
It's gonna happen.
May that day never come.
It's gonna happen.
No, but yeah, like say with the ice and stuff, that just makes it even better.
Oh god, yeah, it's so funny.
People trying to get up icy hills.
Oh, that woman is it Ukraine or something? I'm guessing you must have seen that. It's quite a viral one. Again, it's a CCTV thing on like a street, and it looks just like pure sheet ice everywhere. And she's just trying to walk up. It doesn't even look particularly steep, but there must obviously be an incline to it. And she just cannot stay up for longer than like 2 seconds. And there's people like kind of skating down the road that just leave her, just like going past her. There's one person that tries to help her and just leaves her. She gets on all like hands and knees, crawls a little bit, then just slides back down again. Oh, Aussie Man did a review thing of it, so you can watch it on that actually.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it was one of his I watched recently. I don't think she was on it, but there was another woman just trying to get into a house, get into a garden, and she was just trying to. In the end, she had to like take a running jump and just kind of slide from the jump to get in the house.
That sounds great. I love Aussie Man.
What time are we running on?
We are currently on 1 hour 45 minutes.
That's a pretty good time right there.
I think that's a
That's a pretty good time. Oh, actually, I just want to talk to you about. Have you watched One Division yet?
No, I haven't. We're still wanting to get round to it. What are your feelings?
I don't know. I really don't know.
How much have you watched now?
There's new episode out today. We haven't watched it yet.
Right.
It's Friday, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Losing track of days.
Easily done.
I don't know. Like we haven't watched the new episode, but yeah, neither of us I think Meg was ready to give up after episode 1.
Yeah.
Right, but I was like, nah, just the thing with it is, it's like from the trailer, even from what you watched, it looks mental and looks like stuff's happened, but nothing's happened yet. Like,
right,
it is literally just being like a sitcom through the different eras so far, without spoiling anything.
So,
but there's been like little little hints of subtle mysteries.
Yeah.
Subtle hints, that's what I'm trying to say. Jesus Christ.
Subtle hints. Sunts. Just go with sunts, that's a new word.
And you are trying to figure out what the hell's going on, and there are these little things, but at the same time, you kind of just like, can we get there now, please?
Right.
That's just my opinion on it, but yeah. I'm hoping this new episode's going to
explain
be a doozy, otherwise it's going to be hard to keep into it.
I
mean, I love me Marvel and I love me MCU.
They're not all great.
I get what they're doing with it.
Yeah.
I really do, and it is very artistic and all this, but it doesn't always make for like great viewing. I don't know. You might think differently.
The thing, I didn't know what I was expecting, but like when they first came out and said who was going to be getting the spin-offs and stuff, and they said, like Loki and Winter Soldier and Falcon.
Looks amazing.
Loki. I'm really looking forward to that. Is Hawkeye getting one as well?
I think so.
Hawkeye getting one. And then they said like Wonder and Vision and stuff. I was like, that could be interesting. That could be a good one. And then we sat down and we saw the trailer and we were like,
yeah,
that has not that obviously you're not expecting what we've got from the MCU. Obviously, it's going to be different.
No.
But because
I was super excited.
Because it's the same actors and the same characters and everything, you expect something, I don't know, more along the lines of what you've been seeing.
Yeah.
It seems completely different. Because, like, obviously the Loki trailer, it's him being mischievous and in a dark, weird world and stuff, and it's like, that makes sense, that's Loki. And this just doesn't seem to have... I have no idea what is going to be going on in this.
It's like nothing I've ever seen, and I think it's in a good way.
Okay.
I'm so glad that you're going to watch it with more than just the first 2 episodes, because watching them first 2 episodes was just like, what? Do I carry on watching it? It really was just like, yeah. And felt like it went on too long, but
yeah, the thing is as well, like apart from obviously you mentioning it, I'm not seeing anyone really talk about it online.
No. Nobody knows what
to think of it.
Apart from you get your artsy fartsy people. Oh, it's just fantastic. People just don't like it because it's not all action like the normal. No, it's not that.
No,
it's not that at all.
No one's I wouldn't expect that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's good, but not good.
Yeah,
I like it, but I don't like it.
It's a weird thing, isn't it?
I'm intrigued.
I think that can get you. I think the thing with that is it's good to be watching something that's intriguing, but it only gets you so far. There's got to be for that to work. There's got to be an end goal to that.
Got me through those first couple of episodes. That intrigue, and the third one was a bit better. And I'm hoping the fourth is going to start to broaden things a bit. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see. I don't know. But definitely watch it. I would watch it sooner rather than later. Now that there's a few out.
Well, might even try fit a few in tonight. To be honest, hopefully, I don't know. We'll have to see. But it'd be nice to watch some.
Go into it with a positive mind.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Otherwise, otherwise you'll rip it to shit because it's so easy to do so.
Yeah.
And just take it for what it is. Be confused, and I
think you have to be confused with it.
Should better experience.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it should be good. Are we going to watch WandaVision soon? Yeah.
There you go. It's settled then.
Sorry, hang on a
Jack's second appearance on the podcast.
Second appearance on the podcast. What you after?
My charger.
Your charger?
My phone's gonna die.
I haven't got it.
I know it's over there.
Oh.
I was looking for your wine bottle.
Chris is infamous for stealing chargers.
I am. I'm always stealing chargers. It's there.
And not liking bread.
That's my second glass. I've only poured my second glass. She's asking if I'm drunk, ladies and gentlemen.
Second bottle. He's an alcoholic.
I've got the drunk. How dare you? I'm getting called an alcoholic here, and alcoholic. That didn't do myself any justice there, did I?
That went perfectly.
Right, what's up? What are you waiting for?
To my charger.
You can't get to your charger. Well, do you want me to just move the camera? Is that better? You can't see you there. There we go. I'll just have to shout at the microphone from here. This bit isn't going in the podcast.
No,
this is for all the people watching live.
You don't get this on Spotify.
You saw her briefly there.
She's got red hair, pink hair.
She's got the
purple?
red pink hair.
Pinky purple, red.
Pinky purple. I don't know why this arm's out. I don't know what I'm doing with this.
It's a fantastic wall. There you go. You're getting a glimpse.
There, she's there. Look, would you look at this wall? Isn't
It's
it
a lovely
beautiful?
wall.
Oh, bit of arm action there, and she's made it. She's made it. You've ruined everything. Get out.
That's it. Got to delete the whole thing now.
Get out. Who's starting again? Welcome to the Wise and Joe's podcast, everyone.
So I want to talk about Warhammer. No, I joke. Cool. Well,
so I think that's
a
good place to end.
This has been a good podcast, yeah.
That's been good.
It been bad then. Bye, see you. Oh, no, actually, one more thing. Every time before we start this podcast, because you host Triple Jump, I've got this weird connection with it now.
Right.
I'm watching a muted Ben, usually playing a wrestling game.
He is,
before everyone. And it's just that's what I think of now when I think of this podcast.
When we're doing the podcast, it's wrestling.
It's just Ben with a
Barbara Piss
thingy behind him. What's his name?
Oh, Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito behind him, yeah.
Yeah, he's got Danny DeVito there.
I've got a weird connection in my head with this podcast now.
He's got a little Batman there. Got Billy Ray Walrus. Oh, yeah. You'd like those streams. He's got a character called Barbara Piss.
With
that
the
is
big
taken
nose.
with the big nose. So Barbara Piss, it started out as a Dark Souls character. He was trying to make a Theresa May lookalike, and it ended up turning into that. And then Barbara Piss has gone from that. It's gone through Bloodborne, Demon Souls. It's been in all his wrestling games, so he always creates Barbara Piss. It's brilliant. It's a thing. It's a thing of beauty.
Yeah. No, it's
beauty.
Lamented in my brain.
Yes, it's good to have connections with things.
It is, yeah. Hopefully, I don't dream about it.
Well, you never know. It might be. I mean, if you're on a
Or
plane.
is it a memory?
Did it really happen?
Yeah, exactly.
And then you wake out and you're trying to escape out the window because the 7 dwarves are in the back garden.
And then there's a nuclear blast going off.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh,
okay.
Dear.
Well, I think we should end the podcast there.
I think that is probably a good place to end it, definitely. So thank you very much, everyone that has joined us tonight, and thank you for those who are listening at home as well. We're still really happy with how the podcast is going and the I'm going to say the views, but the listens and stuff. It's worldwide. We have more American listeners now.
Howdy.
We have even more people in America listening. We have someone in Denmark who listens.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I genuinely thought you were just going to go, yeah, Denmark.
Yeah. No, I mean, yes, I'm happy for Denmark, but yeah.
I'm happy for Denmark, yes.
So, we like Denmark.
We do like Denmark. So yes, thank you very much to everyone who is following and supporting the podcast and stuff. If you want to catch us on all the social medias, if you want to see when and where we're going to be going live, or if you would like to see our YouTube channel as well, if you go to the Wise and Jones podcast.buzzsprout.com, then you can find links to all those social media channels and stuff there. Mr. Wise, where can they find you on the social medias?
You can find me on Twitter at FutureLaw with a 4, so that's Future L4W.
Very good.
Carrier Pigeon.
Carrier Pigeon. Calling the Carrier Pigeon. Do you know what? I had him in my head that time. I was like, if you don't say it, I'm going to get in there. But you did it.
You always do. You always have to remind me. Terrible.
You can find me on Twitter at CJonesy90. I am also on Instagram, which is at Siege90Jones. So that's CEEJ90Jones. And yeah, we'll be back in a couple of weeks' time, I guess.
We will, with our second actual guest.
Our second guest.
Dun, dun, dun.
We are hoping, if all goes to plan, that it will be the Bartat reunion.
Bartat reunion,
the Bartat reunion podcast.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully. So yeah, in 2 weeks' time, hopefully, like I say, all things considered, and hopefully it's going well. Sorry, just looking at chat there. Hopefully, if everything goes, it is distracting us. Hopefully, if it's all goes to plan, then yeah, it will be the Bartat reunion podcast. And I don't know if we're going to do it around the same time if we do the stream.
Maybe a separate time.
Might have to do that a separate time.
We'll work things out.
We'll have to work things out. But like I say, best place to find that out is the wiseandjonespodcast.buzzsprout.com, where we try and keep our social medias up to date, so we'll let everyone know. So, there we go. Thank you very much once again, everyone. As we like to say every week, we hope everyone's staying safe and keeping well. And if you ever feel like you need to talk or anything or reach out, then both me and Lee are always available.
That we are.
On the social media accounts we just mentioned there. So, please do feel free to get in touch if you need to. We can discuss about the whole butt face dilemma.
Butt face. Hashtag butt face.
Hashtag butt face. And everything else that has been discussed tonight. We're happy to chat about it.
Hashtag taste buds in your colon.
There we go. That's the hashtag. We've got it. We did it, folks. We did it. Right, guys, thank you very much.
Don't go into shops and use ear wax things and leave them there. It's disgusting.
If you're going into shops
Sam,
and using...
I'm looking at you.
Yes, Sam. Sam's a total guy that would be going in and using earbuds.
He complains about those women with toasters, but we'll see.
But he's doing stuff with earbuds
He's
places.
earbudding. Yeah.
It's wrong.
Okay.
It's wrong.
It's a goodbye from me.
It's a good... it's a good fry. It's a goodbye from Mr. Wise.
It's a goodbye from Mr. Jones.
Until next time, guys, take care of yourselves, and we will see you all very soon. Goodbye.
Ciao. Adios.
I need to press stop.